I wanted to thank you guys for taking time to speak with me today.
Well, I appreciate that, man. Thank you very much for having us here.
That's our pleasure.
You put together an amazing album. I wanted to ask you, how long did it take to put the material together for you?
Well, I think about a year. We have been writing it. We put together 8 songs. And how do you remember, Paulo? How much time we spent together working on it?
Maybe if you take into account the whole process, I would say the writing process was pretty fast. Maybe in 6 months we had everything set up, and then we started doing studio stuff, video stuff, and it was like it took some more time. But as a whole, I think like in a year, a little bit more, we had everything set up so we could, deliver the album. It's like that.
And then speaking of videos, I wanted to ask who put the videos together for the title track and Stormfall.
Wanna talk, G? It's our child.
Yeah, it's both my children because I work as a graphic designer and video editor, and I was responsible for how can I say anything visual related, to our band. And well, it involved a lot of hard work to make it happen, but I think it come out very cool, very how can I say very heavy metal. It's I think it's cool. I think it's a great video.
Absolutely.
Hope you like it too, Bob.
Oh, you did an amazing job with it, my friend.
Oh,
I
thank you.
I wanted to ask about one of my favorite tracks on the album, which is Sons of Chaos.
Oh, really? That's awesome.
Yes.
It's the soft one,
Yes.
the ballad. Well, there's a lot of different elements, different layers happening. It's a very emotional.
Leandro brings the idea first, right?
Yeah. This song was written by Leandro, the instrumental parts.
Mm-hmm.
Has written the chorus, and we put everything together, and that's it, man. Paulo, do you wanna say something
Yeah,
about it?
that's like we wanted to bring some kind of diversity to the album, and the bands we hear we like they all have this power ballads, and
Mm-hmm.
we wanted to pay the tribute to, you know, we wanted to have ours too. And then Leandro came with the main structure of the song. We started working a little bit upon it, but I would say that like 80% of the song, I can give him credit. Then G put those lyrics, which are very emotional as well. And so it ended up with, as a highlight of the album, in my opinion. I think it's a very strong track
Absolutely.
and kind of differs from the rest, you know. I think it brings a good balance to the album.
And I wanted to ask about the song Stormfall. It's definitely a great one for a single because I think it truly gives a fair representation of the band. Did you know you had lightning in a bottle when that song was created?
Oh yeah, I think Stormfall and That Night Defiance have all elements that we like together, melodic stuff, some hard stuff, hard riffing,
Mm.
screaming vocals, very over the top. So I think that's why the two first tracks are Stormfall, the first one, then That Night Defiance.
Sure.
So I think it's a great intro for that.
With a lot of energy.
Yeah, they bring a lot of energy, and it's kind of like you can hear, you can listen what we are about, we can
Yes,
bring to the
absolutely.
table.
And there's something, Bob, I would like to highlight,
Mm.
uh, because Stormfall is really representative in that way. I think one of the strongest points in this band is like Kyle is playing. He's got a very heavy right hand, like John Schaefer, for instance, and you
Hmm.
can hear that right in front of Stormfall. The opening riffs like very crunchy, and I think this is part of the identity of this band. Very hard picking, which makes the music heavier. And I'm very happy that we could, uh, right in the beginning of the album, bring that so people would like link this kind of riffing to our band.
I
Yeah,
wanted to ask you as well, how did you come up with the name for the band?
actually, the name was given by our drummer, Phil Rodriguez, and I think it's kind Gargant is a it comes from gargantuan, né? Big stuff, monumental. So it's kind representative for us now. For we like that mixture between hard stuff, hard riffing, melodic stuff, and I think we have a lot of how can I say epic stuff happening on chorus during the chorus, uh, and I think it's a pretty good name. It's hard. It's sorry. It's easy to remember.
Sure.
I think it's a great one.
It's a catchy one, that's for
A-
sure.
Absolutely.
In the world there are names that are like phrases, big sentences.
Sure.
We could find one that's short and had impact on us.
And can you take me back to the beginning? Tell me how this band formed.
Well, we can go back to 2022, and Phil and I had it like a project. We have written two songs. There's Pilgrim and the Beast and The Scythe and I. Then we put together. I've written all the stuff, all the parts, and recorded it. And not the drums, just the guitars, bass, and vocals.
Hmm.
And it began like a really like a solo project of mine. Then we had a chance to put this lineup together with great friends, Kyle, Leandro, Paulo, and record the album.
I wanted to ask you, along the journey in creating the album and the band forming, what do you feel has been the best advice that has been given to the band along the way?
Uh, I would say, Bob, that nowadays, if you wanted to put up a band, you have to think in all kinds of media altogether. You have to work yourself out like a dozen fronts at the same time because there's a huge fight for exposure today, and you gotta be prepared. Of course, I
Mhm.
think you have to keep up your the core of what you're doing. You have to be true to yourself, but you can't ignore that if you don't put up a decent social media work, if you don't have a great visual work, it's very difficult to stand out in a world so full of great bands playing, so
Sure.
full of people delivering very good albums. So I would say that for ourselves and for bands as a whole, that you gotta be prepared to do a lot of stuff all together. Back in the days, I think bands could like focus on writing good songs. Now you gotta do that, but much more. I
Sure.
think this is the best advice a band can have nowadays.
And people should think about that everything, not only music being business, but everything related is kind of a cycle is happening every time. So it doesn't matter if you want to play right now something like metalcore or anything modern. In a couple of days, another style can
Sure.
get the attention of everyone. So the part of being true to yourself is the best one, even in highs and lows.
And in getting back to the album, were there any tracks that didn't make the cut for the album?
Uh, I can say that we had a lot of things going on. We had different ideas. We have a lot of riffs that were good riffs, but they didn't make up to become a full song. And they're like in the storage. I really think that they will end up turning into songs, but um, as an album, you have to let something out. So
Sure.
uh, at least we have something already uh, happening for next album.
Yeah, we kind of never stop writing songs, you know. It's all
Mhm.
coming with new ideas. The whole band is always involved in the creation process, you know. So I think we're going to have some new stuff, not for we won't be long, you know.
And what is the next step for you? Will you tour?
Well, I think we have something planned for physical releases in 2026, maybe a tour, but you know there's a lot of things that need to happen
Mhm.
before it happens, you know.
Sure. And in speaking of merchandise, I wanted to ask you, what is the best way for fans to get a hold of any merchandise or to listen to your music?
Well, we're still working on that, you know. We had some 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 great projects being how can I say designed right
Mhm.
now, and we put together and we launch it soon. You know, Paulo wanna.
Yeah, I think we are trying to deliver altogether many different options, high quality products, that so that people can choose what they like the most. I think it's very important that we have this local distribution, like here in Europe, in the US, in Brazil, of course. It has to be easy for people to buy our stuff, and that's why we're taking a while to make sure that when it comes out, it's in the right way.
Excellent. And lastly, I wanted to ask you, my friends, if you could give a message to your fans, what would that message be?
You mean to other bands,
To your fans.
our bands?
To your fans, yes.
Dance.
I think that you should always keep your passion. You should never get lost in the process. The key to success, and what I mean by success is keep doing what you love,
Mhm.
and playing and making new friends, making new fans.
Having fun
Is
all the time.
Yeah, never getting used to the process like it's an ordinary thing. You have to uh keep in your heart that it's a blessing to be playing a band. In our case, it's a blessing to be playing in a band with good friends, with brothers, and that's really why this project makes so much sense to us because we're all longtime friends and we have a great atmosphere going on in the band. So I think if we are able to keep that going, the band will, naturally flow into something bigger.
Yeah, I believe in it 100%. You can hear the chemistry in the music. I want to thank you for delivering an album that kicks ass from top to bottom. Um, I love the placement of the songs. I love the songs. Everything is great about this album, and I look forward to what lies ahead for you, my friends.
Well, thank you very much, man. We really appreciate that. We are trying to revive the 90s, the
Mm.
the late 80s that we are fans. We wanna rescue that feeling that we had while going to the record store, getting a new record, listening to it, and had that connection, you know. That's our main, how can I say, we went for that, you know, we
Sure,
went for that feeling, the rescue of that feeling, relieve that.
sure. And I remember I'm quite a bit older than you. I remember waiting out for a new release at midnight at the record store for that album to come out and the joy and opening the packaging and getting to hear it for the first time. And,
Yeah,
and it
Yeah,
just,
back the days when you had to wait
sure.
till somehow you got the release in your hands. You were so anxious to open the booklet to know more about the bands, and you had to buy magazines. You have to connect with people that had the material. I think it was magical. Nowadays, I think the kids they enjoy music in their own way, which is fine, totally fine. The way people enjoy music changes. It's natural, but we we have to miss that era, that 80s, 90s, early 2000s. For us, it was magical. When this is our way to bring it back somehow.
yeah.
When you hear an album from the beginning, with the lyrics, it's quite a journey, right?
Sure. Yes, absolutely.
And we've witnessed a lot of great stuff happening in the late 90s, like Bruce Dickinson
Sure.
coming back to Iron Maiden, Arch Enemy becoming
Rob Halford.
famous, the first release of Hammerfall in Nuclear Blast
Oh,
Records,
yes.
all that kind of stuff was kind of magical, you know.
Mhm.
So we've lived that. So we wanna bring it back, you know.
Well, I want to thank you again for your music and for taking time to speak with me today. It's been an absolute pleasure speaking with you.
I really appreciate that, Robin.
Thank you
Uh,
so much, Bob.
Thank
Thank
you,
you so
my
much.
friends. Enjoy the
Till
rest of
heavy
your
metal, man.
evening. Heavy metal.
Stay metal.